Hello. Congratulations on getting to this point. If you are watching this video, it means that our tour is coming up, my divisional tour where I travel around the Virginia Titan Division, go to each of our district locations, district offices, branch offices, and meet with our top candidates during the month of August. This is post SC2, right before our CFC conference, where hopefully you'll find out if you've been accepted to TLA and to our branch manager training program. Just wanted to highlight a couple of things here, but first of all, I just wanted to say congratulations. Our branch manager training program, TLA, our CSP opportunity. I just wanted to clarify a couple things. That way, when we have our tour and we're doing our one-on-one, I don't have to repeat these things over and over again. But just some basics here. You'll hear some acronyms. BMT, that's our Branch Manager Training Program. TLA, that is our Leadership Academy, the Leadership Academy. And CSP is our Cutco Sales Professional Opportunity. And what that means is during our TLA, during our Branch Manager Program, training program, you'll be exposed to our Fair and Show training program, our Service Call training program, as a part of the whole package here. So the first step is getting a chance to watch our branch manager training Cutco through college video done by Jeff Gamboa. Jeff is our division manager down in Florida and put together a great video to go over all the info on what is involved in branch manager training, what Cutco through college looks like, what the track looks like, and how you can be involved. The second step here is the process. This video, it's me going over all the information that you're going to need for our one-on-one interview during the tour. And the final step here, number 3, is our final interviews, and that'll be our one-on-one. We'll be sitting down in a local office, and I'll be interviewing you one-on-one to figure out if you're going to be accepted into our TLA program, branch manager training program. So our objective for the tour is to find the best talent in Virginia, obviously. We're looking to staff all of our district offices, all of our branch offices, and we're looking to fill some CSP roles. And to prepare you for what that all looks like, I just wanted to cover a couple things. Our objective for branch manager training, and I say branch manager training, we're going to be training our branches and district managers. Essentially, when somebody opens up their first office, they're a branch for all intents and purposes. If they're a district manager candidate, they do get more startup. They do get a maybe a larger territory or larger opportunity, but it's the same training program. Our branch manager training program is preparing you for paid management, whether that looks like branch, district, or a paid assistant manager role, pilot sales manager, district office manager, some type of paid management. It gives the opportunity for leadership and management experience. And we're going to be teaching you how to run interviews, how to coach representatives, how to do coaching calls, how to run trainings, how to run advanced training. Everything that you see your district or branch manager doing, you'll be trained on how to do that during our branch manager training. As far as TLA is concerned, we're going to be covering 6 things: how to manage your time, how to manage your energy, how to manage your money, how to manage other people, how to manage yourself, and ultimately how to manage a business, how to run a business. This all goes back to Jeff's video. Like I said, number 1, make sure you watch this, but this goes back to Jeff's video. He talks about being a 5-star graduate, being able to graduate and have options. The 5-star analogy is like Mr. Nick Foles back there. When he went from high school to college, he had every college in the nation scouting him as a 5-star recruit coming from high school. So being able to have options in the job market and really what that looks like is progressing through our program, the branch manager training, the TLA program, and applying those things through management training in a local office. You know, branch manager training, that's applied skills. That's being able to take what you learn from the TLA program and apply it one-on-one group settings through our district or branch offices. You know, Jeff always talks about what's better, graduating and working for 30, 40, 50 years to finally make 6 figures, or applying yourself for 2 to 3 years to gain the skills that make you more marketable and more money in the future. You know, obviously the latter, being able to go through the TLA program, doing something different, making yourself stand out. As far as the process goes, you know, being able to earn a spot in TLA, that's going to come from our one-on-one interviews. And I'm going to be very transparent. Everybody that I interview on tour, it doesn't guarantee them a spot in TLA. We've got specific things that we're looking for, specific objectives. We're being inclusive but exclusive in our TLA program acceptance. And if accepted to the program, you'll find out at CFC. That's our CFC event mid-August. That's going to be typically in Virginia Beach. We're hosting that this year. This is 2024. We're hosting that this year at Top Golf. It's going to be a great event. We've got our divisional beach day like we've done for the last decade, the day after, which is going to be a lot of fun. So that's more or less our TLA divisional um, fun day, if you will. And then the third thing there is me explaining the process of the fall and spring time commitment. For me, it always equated to like a 1 to 2 credit course. It doesn't take up a lot of time. School is the main focus, but it's an opportunity for you to take basically a management course, take a life skills course, and it doesn't take that much of a time commitment. Typically, our TLA candidates, our TLA members, they meet once a week in their local office. They do a group meeting with the local office, either on Zoom or in person, depending on location. They typically have an hour or so of observation time. Sometimes that observation is actually like doing and applying, and then we have a monthly meeting once a month during the fall for our TLA and once a month during our spring for our TLA. And that's where everybody from the state gets together and we do a whole workshop. Think of it like a mini SC1, but specific to our TLA members and our manager candidates. For the TLA curriculum, this is cool. We've put together, we've sourced a bunch of business coaching, TLA programs from over the decades, from Virginia, from Florida, from North Carolina, all of our divisions. We've basically combined all of the goods and put it into a course, a curriculum that your district managers and I have vetted, gone through. Some of them are videos, some of them are workshops, some of them come from uh, events where personally I've paid thousands to go to for personal and business coaching. And we've condensed that into our TLA curriculum, which really excited about for the fall of 2024 and beyond. As far as getting into TLA, I wanted to cover that. What I look for, I mentioned this in my SLDMs that I've run through the summer, but I look for your overall commitment. I look for my personal evaluation that's going to come from our one-on-one interview. I'm going to be taking notes. I typically do my personal evaluations based on our matrix score. Matrix score is a combination of various things: manager skills, startup, personal sales, recent sales, push sales, intangibles, right? Things like that. You'll hear more about the matrix score in the first couple of TLAs if accepted for the position. So the third thing is our local manager's evaluation, your manager, your personal manager, and then financial responsibility and summer CPO statements. So what you've sold over the summer. And I want to address financial responsibility really quick because you'll hear the term startup or withholdings a lot. And you know, one of the things that Cutco does is for our branch and district managers is they provide startup. And that looks like for our branches currently $8,500 in startup. And the company isn't just going to give an 18, 19-year-old $8,500 in startup without them showing financial responsibility. So we have all of our representatives, all of our TLA members, all of our branch managers in training start a withholdings where the company can see financial responsibility, make sure that you have enough save that if you end up being a branch or a district manager, that when you open up your office, you're not going to be spending the company's startup on Chick-fil-A, personal rent, your car payment, right? They want to know that, hey, the money that the company gives is going to go directly to the business to be able to start up your local Cutco office for the summer. So financial responsibility is big. The reason why we have that in a withholdings account, this one's big. I would jot this down in your notes, is the company can't see it if it's in your personal bank account, right? Really, it's the same amount of money, right? But when it's in the withholdings, the company knows, hey, this person does have enough saved. They are financially responsible. If you're worried about the ROI, right? Oh, I could put that in a savings account. You could, and you can get, at best like 1% or something, if that, on your money and make a couple, 20, 30, 40 bucks over the spring and fall. The ROI with Cutco is when you have that in the withholdings, to give you $8,500 in startup if you're a branch office. So, I don't know what percentage increase that is, but that's a pretty good ROI to be able to open up your business. So we talked about summer CPO statements. One of the things I'm going to be looking for from the time that you watch this video to the time we meet on tour, and then after the tour until CFC, is I'm going to be looking for what you've done since appointments set up, withholdings, coaching convos. Mostly though, it's going to come down to summer CPO, how you're finishing strong, the challenge period, winning a trophy or a sword or a K bar at CFC. What you've done since SC2. A lot of times reps come back from SC2, and the ones that actually worked really, really hard, they take a break for a day, they come back, they hit it hard, they're at the highest profit that they've made all summer. They've had the highest skill level. They're excited. There's usually a post-conference pop contest. They've got standings that they're trying to finish out, all-American scholarships that they're trying to win. And so they usually finish strong. The challenge is, and as a team leader, you'll notice this, the reps that didn't really work that hard during SC2, they feel like they worked really hard because you worked really hard. So, it also comes down to, hey, help your local office really bring it together for the month of August after SC2. In Jeff's video, he talks about the value of having options. And again, if you haven't had a chance to watch that, that's step number one. This is step number two, and our one-on-one is step number three for getting into TLA. He talks about the TLA track, what this looks like, go through college. Typically, during summer number one, the summer we just had, you sell and you earn your spot. What next summer could look like is branching. That's building a business. And the first time you run a branch office or a district office is challenging. It went really well for me. I was the number one branch in the region, number 11 in the company. We did just over 200, sorry, not over, 199, 620. Okay, this was 15 years ago for my branch in Roanoke, Virginia. We recruited 170 reps and had an amazing summer. And at the end of the summer, I profited after expenses, after taxes, just shy of 18 grand. It was about 17 and a half. And this was 2011, keep in mind. So definitely profited. I got to build a business. I stayed open as a district manager, but a lot of branches, they go right back to school. And the cool thing about summer number three is you really know what you did wrong the first summer and you can fix it the second summer. And that's where you can grow your business and grow your summer sales, fix all the mistakes, have a staff going into it, maybe a larger territory. Typically that happens for our second time branches. Or you can say, hey, you know what? I want to sell and run my business that way and be a CSP. And fourth summer, this is assuming you started freshman year of college, right? But that would be opening up a district office or being a CSP or branching again. And then, you've got options, being that 5-star graduate, being able to go anywhere you want, interview 15, 16, 17 different places, get a yes and an offer from all 16 or 17 or 18 places, and pick where you want to work, right? It's the value of having options. I think where most students go wrong is they work their summer job at Chick-fil-A, then they work at the taco shop, then they do, another job that doesn't really look good on a resume. When they graduate, they have no experience. They have to work 2 to 3, 4 years to get some experience before they can finally get a job in their field. And what that looks like after graduation is interviewing 15, 16, 17, 18 places, getting one job offer and having to take it. And that's not having options. That's being stuck with what you can get. So for the TLA collegiate track, go through college, branch manager training, it typically starts out with being an assistant manager intern. That looks like usually an unpaid promotion to an assistant manager, helping out, helping to build the office. Assistant manager is a paid position. If you're watching this video, this was probably what you did this summer, maybe even pilot sales manager for the summer, right? You might have even been a branch manager, but if you're not a branch manager currently, this is what it could look like next summer. This is opening up an office for basically 2-3 months and then selling for the fourth month. Typically our branch managers, their branch office the first time will sell 30, 40, 50K. They'll personally sell 10, 15, 20, 30 grand, and they profit at the end of the summer, hit their break-even point usually in July. And if they absolutely rip it and compete nationally, they're doing close to 100,000 plus in sales for the summer. As far as postgraduate opportunities, I did want to cover that really quick. just so we're all on the same page. That could look like CSP. We're building our CSP program right now. We just had a role change last year with our coordinator, and he's done a phenomenal job with our fair and show training, getting fair and show trained. So part of being in TLA, being in branch manager training is getting exposed to the CSP opportunity and being able to do fairs, being able to do shows, and being able to do that while you're at school. So being able to take a weekend or two and knock out a show on the weekend and make a couple sales, get some local leads, and then you can do some service calls locally. So there's a lot of avenues with that. Residential home shows, CGC, that's business gifting, that's setting up at like a booth at a mall. And then post grad, there's also district manager opportunities. So I will be interviewing our district manager candidates. Those typically are students that are not in school or just about to graduate or will be graduating soon. Um, and our district manager is a year-round, usually a 3-year opportunity with a big super bonus at the end of the 3 years. And being able to be a business owner, being able to have the ultimate opportunity to be a 1099, be self-employed, and typically income wise profit make over 100 grand for the year as a freshly graduated or not in college non-student. So our district manager opportunity has a couple perks. We've got the BMW Tesla program. We travel 3, 4, 5 different travel opportunities a year. Some really cool ones. This year we're going to Colorado in September. We've got October is Jamaica. We've got Budapest coming up in March. We've got President's Banquet coming up in February. We've got a January trip that hasn't been announced. It'll probably be Cancun or somewhere cool like Cabo. And then obviously we have the Rolex Panerai program as well. So I've got some assignments for you. Quick video. Make sure you meet with your local manager, prep for your one-on-one with me. I'm going to be there suited up for your interview. So make sure you're dressed up. You've got your resume printed. CPO talk. So what have you sold since SC2, since watching this video? You're going to want to have a good report on that. Be impressive, right? Be impressive. It's going to go into your matrix score. It's going to go to my evaluation. And I think that's going to be a big part of our meeting, our one-on-one meeting. So as far as the other things, other assignments, make sure you sign up for the Conference for Champions. Sorry, my ring light just went out. Conference for Champions and our Divisional Beach Day. That's going to be mid-August. And then make sure you confirm your TLA interview with me. Make sure you confirm that with your local manager. They have the time that I've got slotted for all of their candidates going to each of their local offices. And I'll be looking forward to our one-on-one interview. Thank you for an incredible finish to the summer. I'm looking forward to seeing you finish August strong, and I'll see you on tour.